Hello there, my crafty friends. Welcome to a Facebook Live with Dara Walter of Pickled Peppers Creative Cafe at pickledpepperscreativecafe.com. Hello, my crafty friends. Happy Friday Eve. It is Thursday, one day from Friday, and one day from the weekend. Happy Friday Eve. So happy to see you guys. So, how is everyone on this very snowy Friday Eve? There's lots of snow across the nation. I am in Michigan and we got quite a bit of snow, but as you might know, hi there. Hi, I see people are starting to pop on. Hi, Anna. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Anna says that she can't wait for card class. Me either, Anna. Really super excited. I am always excited to create with you guys. So, yes, excited. Hi, Amy. So happy that you're doing okay. Thank you guys for being here. I am going to chat for just a couple of minutes to give a couple of people a chance to find me in their newsfeed, and then we will go ahead and turn down and create. I have a kind of a twist on a card for you tonight, so I hope you like it. I think it's super cute. Hi, Beth. My internet is being a little bit wonky. I'll just warn you. I can see that it's kind of blinking on and off. So if I seem a little bit distracted, it's because I keep getting a flash telling me that I'm trying to reconnect. So that makes me a little bit nervous. I may go ahead. In fact, let's go ahead and get turned down. I'll chat for just a quick second, and then I'll show you what we're going to create. We will make it, and then we will be that much closer to the weekend, right? Okay, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and turn down. Oh boy, sorry if I'm making you guys extra dizzy tonight. Here we go. Okay, are you guys seeing okay? It looks like we're okay. So I was just going to say my topic to chat about tonight was just a little bit of explanation about my monthly card class and how that works. I see Maria's here. Good evening. Happy Friday Eve. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you guys are here. So I was going to say about the monthly card class, just a little bit of an explanation as to how it works. I offer a monthly card class for free to anyone who orders from my online store. I offer a card class for free monthly. It's a way of saying thank you for being my customer and for choosing me to shop with. So the monthly card class is always free with a minimum purchase. If your order gets to be $50, then I also send you an embellishment of some sort in the mail for free, just an added way to say that I appreciate you, which I really do from the bottom of my heart. The monthly card class also has a host code associated with it. And in order to redeem the free card class, you should use the host code that is attached to the class. And I usually put that description or that host code in the description for the class. What that does for me is when I go in to look at my report and I see that code, I know that you're telling me, hey Dee Dee, I ordered, I want the free class. So it's kind of a way for me to keep up with it. And it's a way that I'm able to reward you with nice, cute little embellishments for shopping with me. Also, I have a monthly host code. That host code is for someone who just wants to place an order. They're not coming to class, or class may have already happened for that month, but they're shopping and they want to use a host code. It's the monthly host code, and typically I will post it at the beginning of the month on my business page, and it will say host code for the month, and that means that you're just shopping. There's nothing attached to it, no free class or anything like that. So I thought I'd give that little explanation while I was waiting for people to jump on for tonight's project. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me tell you what we are using, what I've been anxious to use. Okay, so that's not the entire truth because I love Stampin' Up. I love our products. I love our stamp sets. I love our color coordination. I love our tools. And there are so many stamp sets that I can't wait to use. Y'all, if you could see behind me, I have a whole stack of stamp sets that I'm waiting to use or even to use again. But there are several that I'm waiting to use with you. And this is one of them. I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but it's called Hey Birthday Chick. This is in the mini catalog, and I took that out and I had it marking the page. I had my little celebration catalog marking the page. Oh, here it is. So it is on page 52 of the mini catalog. It is called Hey Birthday Chick. Stampin' Up! Has also come out with a die set that coordinates with the Hey Birthday Chick. But tonight I'm just going to be using the stamp set. And I'm going to show you a cute little twist on a card that you can do with this, actually with any stamp set, but you could do it with this one too. And I chose this one. Typically not my style. This little willy-nilly haired chicken just got me. I'm not using it tonight exactly. I'm going to be using this image and the happy birthday, but you will see this one. You'll see this one again too, because I just love those little chickens on there. So page 52 of the mini catalog, you can find that stamp set. All right, guys, so remember, if you like today's projects, be sure to give me a thumbs up and or leave me a comment. Also, if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I don't always see them when I'm creating, but I will go back after the video. I'll answer any of your questions and comment on your comments to let you know that I appreciate you. I really do. I'll put the monthly host code because card class is this Saturday, so registration is already closed for it, but I will put this monthly host code in the description as well. So thank you guys so much. All right, are you ready to see what we're making? Let's see where I hit it here. Okay, here we go. Here is our card. It's a birthday card. And let me show you the fun little secret on it. So there's a window. It's like a surprise window card. I don't know what to call it. Oh yeah, you're right, Amy. It's like Hey Hey from Moana. You are absolutely right. So this is what our card is going to do. It will open, and then we have our chick here, and then we'll open it again, and our sentiment is on the inside. So isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun little fancy smancy thing? All right, and if you can see, it is also embossed on the outer layer. So I used the, I think, third largest oval from the layering ovals to create the window there. I did it off screen, so you won't see it, you won't see me actually cutting it. But we're going to make it, we're going to recreate it in Highland or Heather. So let's go ahead and bring our pieces in. And I have a cheat sheet here also to tell you what the dimensions are, but you know, I will put them up in the comment or in the description above as well. Also, I'm going to show you, I didn't actually finish the card, but I'm going to use this on a card as well afterwards. So I went ahead and ran this through my die cutting machine. I placed the oval right in the center of the half, so the folded card. But when you cut it, you have to have it open because you don't want to cut through both layers. So you'll place your oval, you'll run it through the die cut machine, and then you'll emboss it. It's important that you do the cutting first, because if you emboss it first and then you run it through to cut, you may flatten your dimension or texture from the embossing. So after you've cut your oval, go ahead and place only the front half of your card into your embossing folder, close it up, run it through your die cutting machine, and get the texture that you want on it, and then we'll start making the card. So here's another blank one. Thank you so much. I love, are you talking about the Highland or Heather? I love this color. I love the purples. Purple is my all-time favorite color. I know any of you that know me and that have known me for a while, you probably think that pink is my favorite color because I am a pink freak. But my absolute favorite color of all time is purple in any shade. And I think the pink and teal run a tight second race. So yes, Marie. Purple is the color of royalty, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The card base here, this is not actually the base. For the base, I am using, what is this? The soft suede, and there's no fold to it. It's just 5.5 by 4.25 matte. So that's our main base. So our actual card base here, there's a little bit of cardstock there, is going to be 8 by 5.25. So you'll cut this 8 by 5.25 and then go ahead and make your die cut, do your embossing. You will score it at 4 inches, and that will be the halfway point. And then if you can see, this is how we mounted it, and everything else is built on that. So there's that. For the inside folder, we have 2 pieces, and I'm going to tell you why. We have our folding piece that we saw. Let me go ahead and bring this in so you'll follow what I'm talking about. So we have the inside folder here. This piece of basic white is 7.5 by 5 inches, and I scored it at 3 3/4 of an inch. So that's what this is. That's going to fit right inside here. And then I did my stamping and coloring because we're going to use some Stampin' blends tonight, and the Stampin' blends will bleed through. And so whoever is going to get this card from me, I don't want them to see the reverse side. So I made an extra mat, and this mat is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we'll do all of our stamping here, and then we'll add it right on top of our inside basic white folder. And then we have a couple of scrap pieces, the soft suede here and the basic white, and that's for our birthday sentiment here. And then some embellishments. And then I didn't think ahead, but I do have Stampin' blends. I have the Highland or Heather set. You know, they come in, if you don't know, actually, they come in sets of 2, a light and a dark each. So I also have the Crumb cake, and this is what we're going to color our little chicken in with. And then I keep wanting to call these the crushed curry. I think my set is actually, it's the Mango Melody, but it looks so close to the crushed curry, I just use it for that, and I never worry about it. It works just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get our stamping done. I've gone ahead and I've gone ahead and attached our stamp to the block. And I'm going to use the soft suede for the outline. And we're using the red rubber clear mount stamp. So there's already foam there, so I don't need my Stampin' Pierce mat tonight. And I'm going to put this right in the center of the mat here. Let's make sure. Oh no, that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. You see, I pressed a little bit hard I pressed a little bit hard and I got a little bit of ink there that I didn't want, but we're not going to stamp it again. The good thing about any piece of paper is that there are two sides to it, so if I wanted to, I could just turn it over and stamp it again, but we're not. We're going to go with it. Let me show you how easy and quickly this little guy colors in. So each set of markers comes in a light and a dark. I'm going to use the light. And this again is the Crumb Cake. I prefer, especially when I'm coloring in a large area, I prefer to use the brush tip of the marker. There's a rounded tip as well. I guess that's what you call it. Is it rounded tip? You guys let me know. All right, I'm gonna color everything except for his little feathers at the top and his beak using the Crumb Cake. I want the beak and the little feathers on the top to be yellow. But everything else I'm going to color in using the Crumb Cake. What I love about the brushed tip is that it covers a lot of area. It covers a lot of area. And you guys, uh-oh, I colored over his little beak, or I mean his little feather sprout a little bit. Didn't mean to do that. But this reminds me of coloring when I was little. It's actually kind of fun. I like it. So we're just going to color the entire bird in. It'll take you maybe 60 whole seconds. Let's color him in there. And then I'm going to use the other side to color in his feet, just because the brush tip, if you apply too much pressure, alcohol ink moves, and so I don't want to really color too much outside of the lines. If I color a little bit outside of the lines, I'm not worried about it, but I don't want to make a whole lot outside of the lines. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Next, I'm going to bring in, I'm going to use the darker yellow. So again, this is Mango Melody. Uh-oh, something goes flying over. And I think this time I'm going to use the rounded tip as well, because it gives me just a little bit more control. The brush tip, like I said, when you press down on it, it kind of spreads out. And then finally, I am going to use the lighter color. No, I'm going to use both colors. Let's go ahead with the darker Highland or Heather, and I'm going to go around the outside of the balloon. Kind of turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, let's do the little nib too. And then I'm going to take the lighter color on the brushed tip and I'm going to color the inside. Now, the great thing about alcohol ink markers, if you haven't used them, is I can kind of scrub over the edges or the seam between the two colors, and I'm kind of picking up some of the darker color and blending it. And when it dries, you won't be able to see the lines. And that's it. There we go. That's all the coloring that we're going to do. Now we can start assembling our card, which goes together pretty easily. All right. So I want to make sure that I mount this. Normally with a card, your opening will be on your right-hand side, but this is going to open from the left. So I need to make sure that when I attach this on the center here, it is with the opening on the left. I'm going to bring in my bone folder and crease my edges. You guys know how I like the edges creased, so that the card lays down, and then we'll bring in our Stampin' Seal. Oh, there's the back side. So you see how I said it will bleed through, and I don't want to show that. I don't want to show that part, so we're covering it up by using an additional mat. Our opening is to the left, and I'm just going to pull out this right down in the center. And then I'm going to add a little adhesive to the back here. Whoops. Come on, Betsy, get rolling. Oh, there we go. Let me see it. Maybe not. Oh yeah, it's there. There we go. I love this thing, but sometimes it gives me the hardest time. All right, and then we'll go ahead and drop this right down in the center here. So there's that part of it. Okay, can you see how that opens? All right, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I forgot to tell you, I'll show you the punch that we're using for that. Let's see if I can go ahead. You guys, if you recreate this card, it is a little, because there are a couple of layers, it's a little bit thick. Actually, let's go ahead and drop this right on to our main mat too. There's no reason that we can't do that. Add a little adhesive here, and we'll drop this right on our mat. That way the bulk of the card is done. There we go. See how easy peasy that was? Easy peasy. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I'm going to use the soft suede on the basic white. I'm going to put it right in the center. And let's hope, you guys cross your fingers, hope that I get this on straight. I have the other side, but let's hope. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Yay, look at that. Not too bad. All right, and then I'm going to bring in some scissors and snip it down just a little bit. I am using the Pick a Banner punch. I think it's Pick a Banner punch. And there are actually two different endings or end caps that you can do with this particular punch. I want this to be about an inch from my sentiment. So I wanted to actually stamp my sentiment first and then punch so that I can kind of control how much cardstock or how much space I have on either side of my sentiment. And I am going to use this fancy schmancy one. I don't know what it's called, but I'll turn this upside down. Whoops, kind of got it stuck there. This little piece is 3/4 of an inch too, if I didn't tell you that. It's 3/4 of an inch in basic white. And then the mat is 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and punch both sides of it. I'm going to kind of eyeball this. And I'm going to do the same thing with the soft suede piece. I think that's actually about good. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and punch this out as well. There are little grooves on this punch. It makes it kind of nice when you slide it in. If you've cut your cardstock right, it will catch right in the little grooves. It's kind of like a guide. I still like to hold it because I want to make sure that when I punch it, it stays exactly where I want it to be. But there we go. Everything is flat here. There's no dimension. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a little bit of Stampin' Seal and mat that. And then more adhesive. And I'm going to place it. Uh-oh, did you see that? That was almost upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and place it at the center bottom here. Oh, you see what I did? You actually have to be careful with the adhesive. You don't want it at the top. You just want it at the bottom of your sentiment. So I'll clean that up later, but don't do what I just did. Put the adhesive only along the bottom edge because you don't want this to stick when you close it. And I forgot about that in my haste. So, all right, and then to finish it off, we just need a few gems. I'm going to use our basic rhinestones and sprinkle a few on, just anywhere randomly. And I'm closing the window so that I can see exactly where I want to place these. Okay. Odd numbers are more appealing to the eye, so even though I want to, I could put 5 on there if I wanted to, but I'm gonna leave 3. But so there we go. We could stamp our sentiment on the inside. Still sticking a little bit. I have to get that adhesive off, but there we are. That's our finished card. Let's go ahead and finish it all the way up. There's some cute things in here. You're still a spring chicken. Best of Cluck, and let's celebrate you. So let's, I'll go ahead and use the spring chicken. Let's use that one. Oh, you know what? Have I ever shown you guys how to, when your stamps come in their red rubber stamps, how to mount them? Maybe I'll save that for another day. But what made me think of it is that this is partially done here. So I have the cling sheet. Some of the stamps I have not put the cling on yet, but I'll save that for another day. All right, let's go ahead and finish our inside. We're gonna keep with the soft suede. Ink up a little bit here. And let me make sure that I'm putting it in the right orientation because I would hate to have my sentiment upside down. There we go. You're still a spring chicken. All right, and then here it is again in crushed curry, which is the first color that I did it in. Isn't that cute? Do you guys like that chicken? Like I said, this was not my go-to. It's not normally my style, although I do love animals and I love animal stamps, but I usually pick stamp sets that are a little more versatile. And then I told you I was going to show you what I was working on with that leftover oval. And I hadn't had a chance to color it in, but I'm going to just use that leftover oval. I'll post this when I get it done. That way you guys will be able to see it, but you don't have to watch me color it in. But I literally just cut some 1x4, I think they're 1x4 inch pieces of paper, mounted it on a Whisper White matte, or Whisper White, or basic white, and then on a card base. Thank you, Anna. That's the bird that got me. I told you you were going to see this little chick eating the cupcake. I love that willy-nilly haired chicken. So, all right, you guys, that's our project for tonight. I hope you liked it. Again, if you like it, make sure to give a thumbs up or give a comment or let me know that you liked it. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and turn up. We can say good night. Welcome back, you guys. Here we go. There we are. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you liked tonight's project. Don't forget that if you do like the Hey Chick is in the mini catalog. The dies that go with it are not in the catalog. I did last week or the week before. I can put the item number in the description above again if you would, if you're interested in that as well, or if you're interested in shopping, I'll put the link for that up above as well. So thank you guys so much for being here with with me and allowing me into your lives to share a little bit of crafty. It warms my heart in this cold, cold winter weather. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Some of you I will see on Saturday for card class, and the rest of you, hopefully I will see you here next week, same time, to make something else cute and crafty. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have an amazing, thank you, Marie. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. Yes, Beth, I will see you on Saturday. Thank you guys so much for being here. See you soon.